Hi everyone, it's Sheila and welcome back to my channel, Having Fun with Fashion Over 50. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. I just recently got tagged by another YouTuber. Most of you guys probably already know her, Vicky Wick. She's a fellow YouTuber and she has her own channel and she does a lot of unboxings for the subscription boxes. And for those of you who don't know her, you should definitely go check her out. She is probably, to me, one of the most sincerest, sweetest women on YouTube. You can just watch her video by the way she carries herself, by the way she talks. She's just a very nice, sweet lady. But anyway, she just recently got done doing a video, and it was titled, Get to Know Me, 10 Things About Myself. And the purpose of the video is to share a little bit of information with our viewers and subscribers so you guys can get to know us a little bit better on a personal level. And I like the idea of that. So she tagged me, so here's my little video tidbits about myself. Okay, so there was 10 questions, and the first one is, where are we from? I am from Youngstown, Ohio. That is where I currently live. But as a child, my parents moved to Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. And that is where I spent my first 24 years of my life. I grew up in Jacksonville, and part of my heart will always be in Jacksonville, Duval County. I loved it there. It was a great place to grow up. It's a great city. But I've lived in Youngstown again for the past 26 years. As a matter of fact, we just got our first snowstorm yesterday. I went outside and took a little bit of footage. I'll insert a little clip here. So for those of you who live down south, you can see some snow. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Yeah, a lot of slippery roads, and people, please drive careful out there. Yeah, I live in Youngstown now, lived in Jacksonville for the first 24 years, and now I live back in Youngstown, Ohio. Where did I meet my husband? Well, that's how I ended up back in Ohio. When in 1992, my mom had already moved back up here to Ohio. I still lived in Florida, and I was 24 years old. And I was coming up to visit my mom in Ohio. I just wanted to see her. It was just going to be a week visit, and then I was going to come back home to Florida. Well, I was sitting on my mom's front porch, and my mom's neighbor's son came out. He had just got done mowing the grass, and I will never forget. He had on a tank top, a do-rag on his head, and some cut-off blue jeans. And guys, I fell madly, head over heels in love with him. Love at first sight. You know, I felt like almost like a cartoon character, like in the movies. I mean, it really, that's how it happened for me. Now, I know they say that's lust at first sight, and yeah, it is, but I was lucky he was a wonderful, marvelous man, and it turned into really true love, a life partner for me. We have been together since 1992, and we have been attached at the hips, and I could not ask for a more wonderful husband. His name is Joe, and we have just been through some hardships. You know, life throws some bringers at you, but I can honestly say God blessed me with a wonderful man. That is one thing. You know, some people don't have that in life. They don't have that great support husband, and at least I can say I've had that. So I'm really blessed to have him, because he is really a truly wonderful man. But anyway, that leads me to question number 3 is, how many children? We had one child. Her name is Stephanie. Most of my followers already know, who follow me. She just recently got married to her high school sweetheart. Oh, by the way, she's 24, and she just married her high school sweetheart. They met when they were like 15, I think. Oh, yeah, they're almost an old married couple, even though they're just newlyweds. But they've been together for quite a long time. But yeah, she just married her high school sweetheart. His name is Jordan, and he's also a wonderful man. They both went to college. He is a financial analyst, and my daughter is a respiratory therapist in a local hospital. And that will lead me into another little tidbit fact about me. My daughter is the first one from both sides of our family to go to college. So it was really a big deal when she decided to go to college. And I was a smoker. And she sat me down and she goes, Mom, I want to go to college and I want to be a respiratory therapist. And I don't want you being a future patient of mine. Well, now, does a mom need any other inspiration? I have not smoked a cigarette since that day. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. There were points I wanted to rip my face off. I wanted a cigarette so bad. But for me, you know, my daughter's going to college and she asked me, she's doing something for the first time, so I'm not going to be a future patient of hers. So she motivated me to be a non-smoker, which was great for her. She went to college and now she has a great job, and I am an ex-smoker and I will never pick up a cigarette again as long as I live. Yeah. Okay, so that leads to question 4. Are you an empty nester? Yes. Like I said, she just recently got married. I made a quick little video. If any of you guys want to see highlights from her wedding, if you look up above, there'll be a little eye. You could click on that if you want, if you're interested, if you haven't seen it yet. It's just a little 10-minute video showing highlights from her big day. And number 5, what are my hobbies? Well, this is my hobby. Starting a YouTube channel is my hobby. She moved out, my daughter, about a little over a year ago, and I found myself with a lot of extra time on my hands. You know, she was my only child, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs going, okay, what's next? What am I supposed to do? And I'm talking to my husband, and I'm like, what do I do? I don't know, you know, I don't know what to do. And then I always enjoyed watching YouTube videos, right? So I'm like, well, what the heck? How about I just, you know, I watch other YouTubers. Why don't I just give it a shot? If I don't like it, or if I feel like it looks stupid, I'll just delete it and nobody will ever know, right? So I went ahead and I put my first video out there, and I have to honestly say I am so happy I did. I feel like this takes up a lot of my time now, and I enjoy doing this, and I love clothes and fashion, and I feel like I'm meeting a lot of great and interesting people. And so if anybody else out there wants to think about starting their own YouTube channel, it doesn't even have to be about this, whatever your love is, you know, or whatever your interest is, I highly encourage you to do it, because you'll meet a lot of great people. And you make good friends, and you get to see the people that are always coming back, and they leave comments, and it's just so nice. It turns into like a little family almost, and I really do appreciate all my viewers and subscribers, and I love hearing you and what you guys think, what you like, and I don't regret 1 minute of it. Okay, so the next question is, what do I love more, makeup or clothes? Well, I love both. But one would have to beat out the other, definitely clothes. I like having fun with fashion. I love trying clothes on. And I think it stems back from, I used to have a weight problem, and I'm not going to go into that because I've already covered that topic on another video. And if anybody's interested, I will also leave a link up above if anybody hasn't watched that video and would like to know that little story about my weight problem and how I dealt with it. With that being the case, it was like 10, 15 years ago, you know, plus size has come a long way. Plus size clothes are a lot cuter now than they used to be back. We only had one store back then, and there was like 4 shirts, and I can't tell you how many times I'd be like in the dressing room crying because nothing fit or looked good or didn't fit me. So anyway, long story short, when I lost the weight, of course, having clothes and having a lot of options and trying clothes on, wow, that was just like, woohoo, fun, right? Yeah, that's why I would say I probably particularly like clothes. I have a little bit more fun with clothes because I can appreciate clothes a lot. But I do enjoy makeup, and I do some makeup subscription boxes here and there. And I'm starting to dabble a little bit more into them. Actually, I have 2 new ones coming in within the next week, and you guys will be seeing the videos for those soon. Okay, number 7, this one's hard for me. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I'm definitely an introvert. I want to share a little bit about myself, about the introversion, or being an introvert. I have suffered more than that. I have something called agoraphobia and panic disorder, which is very severe. Agoraphobia, for those of you who don't know, is fear of the marketplace is the term. But basically, I had such severe panic attacks I couldn't leave my house at a certain point in my life. And for those of you who don't know about that, I would just like to share a little bit of information, because maybe this video will reach out to somebody who is at the height of the suffering with what I suffered with, and I still struggle with it. Do not get me wrong. I still go to therapy. I have to use, I don't think it'll ever go away completely for me. I still struggle. But I've learned over the years of going through therapy for many, many years, of using a lot of self-awareness techniques. I've learned a lot of tips and tricks, and I'm not completely housebound. I can leave my house now. I can go shopping. I can do a lot of things. But there was a time in my life that was very dark, and it was very hard for me. I just want to share this one quick little story, because I don't want it to get dragged down into a negative place. This is supposed to be a positive story. And the positive story is because I want to reach out through this medium to say to anybody who is suffering from agoraphobia or severe panic attacks. Sometimes in life right now, we use the word panic attack almost like, hey, somebody cut us off in traffic. I almost had a panic attack. Almost like a slang, which, okay, I understand it's a slang, but there is a real disorder out there. And for us people who suffer with the disorder, it is not just like heart stopping, it is life crippling. I'll share this one story with you so you guys can kind of have a deeper understanding of what it's like. I was in the mall one day. There was nothing wrong. Completely normal. It was a beautiful day, shopping, nothing was wrong. But a panic disorder is like a false alarm. It's like your body goes into a fight or flight response for no reason. It's like everybody has the fight or flight response. That's normal, that's natural. We could not survive as human beings on this world without our fight or flight response. It is a survival mechanism. But for people like me who have a severe disorder with it, we get triggered for unknown reasons. I could be in the middle of the mall, nothing wrong, and I am in a full level 10 panic attack. It is a very scary thing. To me, it is still, even with all the knowledge I have, it is a very uncomfortable, scary, it is not a good thing to go through. But in the beginning, that's where it developed into, for me, because I didn't have any knowledge. Back in the day, back 20 years ago, there was no internet. What happened is I would have a panic attack, say at the mall, then all of a sudden I'm like, I'll never go to a mall again now. And then you take another step, and then I'm not going to the grocery store. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're housebound. And that's how it happened for me. Till I reached out and I had to get help. So anyway, long story short, I've got help. I still suffer from it. I will always suffer with it, but I feel I have coping mechanisms that help me now. And the reason I want to share this story is because this medium, this YouTube medium, somebody's listening and they might be housebound right now, or they know somebody who is going through this. Reach out, encourage them to go to therapy to get help. I strongly encourage it, because if not, if you let the fear control you, it'll get worse and worse and worse, and you'll be completely housebound. You have to face it, and I know it hurts and it sucks, but you have to. And if you're not suffering from it, but you know somebody who does, I would beg you to show empathy to them when it happens to them, if you're with them. I think the best course of action would be for you to show, because they're scared. I can 100% tell you they are afraid in that moment. And if you go, oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? Why? If you do that, that's just going to make them feel worse, and they're going to panic more, because they already know all that in their head. They're not crazy. They know they should not be feeling. They know it's the mall in the middle of the day. It's a beautiful day. Why is my body responding like an axe murderer is chasing me down? Like my heart's beating. It's scary. So I just beg you, if you do know somebody, just show them some empathy in the moment. Don't yell at them. Just say, I'm here. What do you need from me? Do you need me to help you go to a car? Do you need me to get you out of this situation? Do you want to go sit down in a corner? Do you want me to hold your hand? Do you want me to just sit over here and shut up and leave you alone till you calm down? Reassure them that, because one of my biggest fears when I had a panic attack, I thought I was going to die. I seriously, I thought, I'm dying. Let them know they're safe. You're with them. You're going to stay with them. They won't die. And just be there till it's over with. And if it's somebody you're very close to, you will have a hard time dealing with them. I mean, I feel for my husband who has stood by me. Like I said, he's a rock star. I am just blessed. I've had hard times in my life, and I'm just lucky he's been there for me, because God knows, without him, I don't even know if I'd be on this YouTube channel right now. We're not alone people in this world. We are not just one person. We have people that help us through this world. So that's why I want to say all this, because if this reaches somebody who struggles or knows somebody who struggles, get help if you need help. Go to therapy. I was ashamed to go to therapy at first, because I thought, oh, I'm just being a crybaby. What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing to be afraid of. What is wrong with you? All you got to do is be tougher. But it doesn't work like that. This thing is strong, and you have to go to therapy and get counseling. So I encourage you. You're not weak if you got to go to get counseling. Just go get it. And they'll give you tips and tricks to help you. And a lot of people who go to therapy get well, but I'm one where I still get them. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, but I know tips and tricks on how to deal with it, and it's scary, but it doesn't scare me as much. So, okay, I don't want to go any further into that. My past jobs. Before I became a mom and a stay-at-home mom, I was mostly in retail. I was a cashier for many years. I worked in department stores, grocery stores, all kinds of stores. I worked in layaway. Yeah, I had fun. I enjoyed that. There was one year I did a complete midnight shift at a department store. This was way before, I had met my husband. I was free then, and I worked midnight to 7 a.m., which I loved working that shift. That was a year. It's like you're on another universe, when you work the midnight shift. But yeah, that's what I did before I became a mom. Share my favorite show or movie. My favorite show currently is, for those of you who do not know this show, Handmaid's Tale on Hulu. If you don't know this, for those of you who know, this show is great. But if you don't, I'm so jealous that you never got to watch it, because you get 3 seasons. It's an excellent show. I won't even tell you what it's about. It's called The Handmaid's Tale. It's just an excellent series. A lot of my other TV shows that I like are like gritty ones. Like, I like gritty, dark ones. One of my favorite shows are The Sopranos, which, for those of you who don't know, Tony Soprano, he's a mafia boss who has panic attacks. So, you know, of course he won my heart. I mean, I watched every season of that. Yeah, that was one of my favorite shows of all time. Big tough guy with panic attacks. That was an excellent show. Sons of Anarchy. I like a lot of dark, gritty ones. But when it comes to movies, one of my favorite movies, which I think every woman in the universe will agree, The Notebook, hands down. Forrest Gump. Yeah, so those are some of my favorite shows. I'm interested. I'm trying to find a new series right now. Something good. I haven't stumbled upon anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And something new I'm doing. The newest thing I'm doing, like I said, 6 months ago I started the YouTube channel. But now I'm starting to go into Instagram, and I'm trying to figure all that out, and I have got it started up, and I would love for you guys. I'll leave a link down below. Come follow me so I can have some followers. I'm brand new to this and I don't know what I'm doing, but you guys come check me out. My Instagram handle is Having Fun with Fashion Over 50, and I will leave a link down in the description box, and you guys come follow me. I need some followers. I'm brand new to that. So yeah, help me out in that adventure. That would be great. Okay, so I hope I didn't ramble on too much. And I would like to tag some other YouTubers to share their stories. Let me get my glasses on. I picked 5 people. I would like to tag Carrie from Carrie's Nest, Alicia Martin, Atna Mitchell, and also Christian from Bailey's Cabin. And there's a brand new YouTuber out there, guys, and I would like you guys to go check her out. Her name is Kim, and she's from Grateful Unboxings. Please go check her channel out. She just started out, and show her some love and support. And I would also like to tag you, Kim, to do a video and give us 10 things about yourself. Okay, so with all that said, I will leave a note, or I will leave a link down below to everybody's YouTube channel: Carrie's Nest, Alicia Martin, Atna Mitchell, Bailey's Cabin, and Grateful Unboxings. I will leave a link down to all their videos down below. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope I didn't bore you too much. And thanks for watching, and also remember, click subscribe, and if you're liking these videos, click the like button and click on the little bell so every time I upload a video you guys will know too. Okay,